Welcome to LT Outdoors, the channel with everything the outdoor world has to offer.
Gotta be an 11.
Wow, I've never seen one that big.
Sun is coming up, bottom's going down.
Look at that.
Fish are all biting and jumping all around. Let's hook up the boat, come on, let's go. It's time for LT Outdoors. I'm talking LT Outdoors. Might go hunting, fishing, metal detecting, might even do a little fortune too. I'm talking LT Outdoors. I hope you enjoy the show.
Get a load of that. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of LT Outdoors. This is a whole new segment. This is the first year that I'm really doing trapping hardcore on my videos. I do know how to trap. I'm a very experienced trapper. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. I'm now 35, so this year going for 400 muskrats. See if we can get her done. On this day, it's opening day, so I'm going to show you guys how I set my traps. Stay tuned for the next video because that'll be where we check them. Alright guys, what I got here, these are called a colony trap. They are used for muskrats. As you can see, they're a cage style trap. They've got a door that swings one way. The animal swims into it, can't get out, boom, you've got them. I'm just gonna stick them in a couple of these. This is a muskrat run, okay? You can usually find them fairly easy. They'll go up under the bank and they'll have a hole. You can see where the silt's removed. That tells you that they're being used. But set that right in there like that. And we should have some rats in there in the morning. I'm even gonna take a stick in the middle here just so that it can't get moved around. There we go. This is a pretty good one. Now this one's pretty shallow, so I'm actually gonna do some moving of the dirt here. Because you need it to be underwater. That's gonna be good, just like that. To help make sure this thing doesn't go anywhere. Alright, while I was down here guys, I managed to get some more permission for some muskrats. They're tearing up the banks pretty good. Whenever you see you've got, you know, banks that are falling in on your property, you can just about bet that they are muskrats. I've got one set right here. You can see where they're coming in and out of the bank. And I've got another set right there. That's a pretty big bank hole. That's actually a good one for a colony set. Okay guys, now you may be asking yourself, how in the heck does he keep track of all of his traps, especially if he's going to set 100, which is my goal? That's an easy answer. All I do guys is I write everything down in a notebook. It doesn't even have to make sense to everybody. As long as it makes sense to me, I know what all this means. Even when I'm on the river running the lines, I might put, you know, around the third bay, 4 conibears, 4 110 conibears, you know, 1 colony. I'll just keep track that way. And then every day I can put a little check mark next to it to show that I've checked them, so I'm not missing any. And it works the same way when I pull them. I scratch them off as I pull them, so I know I've pulled everything. And that way you don't lose traps. Alright guys, as you can see, this is something a little different. This here is a Muskrat Float. I don't use these too often. They're, you know, they're heavy. It's something extra you got to carry out. But sometimes they're good. What I'm going to do here, I'm in the harbor. I got a call about a muskrat problem here. So I am going to try one of these out. I got a feeling that the muskrats are hanging around in this little bay right here. In fact, I see some tracks. So I am gonna float this guy right here. I've got her wired down to this stake. There, now she can freely float around. Got some carrots in the middle to draw them in. Now muskrats won't have a problem at all climbing onto this. They love to climb onto things like this. This one here was made by my buddy Bill up in Alpena. He does a good job on stuff. Yep, gonna give that a shot though. They should climb up there, fall off, and boom, we got our muskrats. So, see what happens. Yeah, one of the perks of trapping, you never know what you're gonna find. That's a pretty good walleye lure. I'll take it. Money right there. A lot of good holes. A lot of good holes. Yep, that's a really good hole right here. It don't look like much, and I know it's getting clouded up with the stupid muck. It's actually best to set your traps going upstream so you don't deal with the muck. I'm just doing things backwards today, but there's a whole bunch of clear sand in front of this hole, so I know they're using that. That one's gonna have something tomorrow. Pretty excited, guys. We should have a pile of rats tomorrow. This is gonna be a crazy season. My personal record is 288. I'm shooting for 400. I think it's a possibility this year. Yep, make sure you get them in good and tight, guys. Make sure they're straight. Take your time to make a good set. You don't want to mess up a set just because you're rushing. The reason there's so many holes here is because this is a nice steep bank. That's what you want to look for when you're trapping rats. They like to burrow up in these banks, make their big old dens. The steeper the better. And if it's got grass like this along it, that's a win-win right there. Sometimes you really got to guess where the hole is to be exact. Yeah, there. Make it nice and straight. Getting hard to walk because it's getting really deep here, but we got a heck of a good hole coming up. This is a perfect hole here for a colony set, guys. Look at the size of this thing. That is a wicked muskrat trench right there. Sorry again about it getting all mucked up, but yeah, this is going to be a really good spot for those. I'm mostly interested in this giant trench. It's always cool to find something like that. See, I like to stake these down because sometimes they will swim with them, believe it or not. I'm gonna have to use my gloves here. These are my gauntlets. I'll tell you, these things will really save you in the winter time. They're warm, totally waterproof, so you put some holes in them. And it's nice because they wrap right around your back. Good thing about these is you can, you know, save yourself from getting wet. You can reach right down into the holes. Oh, my foot's stuck in the trench now. That should be good right there. Alright guys, there's another really good one for the colony trap. I am so pumped. It's going to be a lot of work tomorrow, but It's gonna be fun. We are definitely gonna have a lot of critters. That's nice though, these colonies you just put in like that. Like I said, you don't even need a stake. I personally like to. Not only because it helps you find where they're at in case you manage to misplace like I do, but also it'll make sure it stays secure. This is a holy grail of muskrat spots right here, folks. This is a, you can see the trail coming out. It's a pretty massive hole there. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be some catches in the morning. All right, we got 2 good holes coming up here, guys. I don't think the water's quite deep enough for a colony, so I'm just gonna put a couple conibears. These are both good holes though. Definitely gonna be something in the morning. Man, I'm getting excited. You know, my record was, I think I had 16 one morning, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna have 20 or more. Aiming big this year, guys. See, it's pretty easy though. If you look, you can definitely see where the muskrats are coming and going. There's a hole going up in the bank. The sand, all the silt's pushed away. Same with that one. You can clearly see where they're coming and going. It's definitely not hard to find these holes. Sometimes, you know, I did find a spot once where it was really muddy and there wasn't much of a change in bottom color where they were coming and going, so that was a little more difficult to find the holes. But once it went off, I knew it was gonna. Once you get used to what to look at though, once you learn what the holes look like, it's really easy to start trapping these guys. It's like I said, muskrats are, to me, they're like the bluegill of the trapping world. They're what a lot of us trappers used to fuel our trapping fire. Yeah, this is another good hole. They are definitely using it. Now Rich will be coming with me tomorrow, and he's going to be filming me, guys, so you guys will actually get to see me work the trap line. There's pollywogs all over the place. Let's see if I can catch one. Oh. Probably, there we go. I bet you they're little bullfrogs. They are all over the bottom here. Cute little baby frogs. There you go, buddy. Hopefully you can see that because it is clear as day. There is a huge hole coming up here. If it's a muskrat hole, I'm putting a colony there because it's perfect. If it's not, I think it is though. I think it's just a huge, very well used muskrat hole. I'm gonna put the colony in there. That's gonna be a perfect spot for one. I think in the colonies alone tomorrow we should have piles. Oh yeah, that's a big old rat hole. That's gonna be a good one. That's one you can't miss right there, folks. That's beautiful. Looks like there's a little exit hole just on the other side of it. I'll put a 110 in there. Yeah, that's the best possible hole right there for a colony. See if I can get her under that. Oh yeah. Got her on top of it. I want that. I want to get right under that log. pinched it down right there. That is, see, now I don't even need a stake. That stick is holding it down tight, and that's gonna nail them. Yep, there's an exit hole right there. I'm definitely setting that. Let's put a 110 in there. Well, this is a 155, that'll work too. Try not to mess up this beautiful run here. Yeah, this is a very well used hole here too. We should have, I think tomorrow's going to be a very busy day in the skinning shed. Like I said, get her lined up as good as you can with the run. You don't want to give them a reason to go around it. Give it a little more in there. It's got some good mucky sand there. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Alright guys, earlier, I think I mentioned it, my buddy Dennis taught me a set that I've never really tried. It's called the bottom edge set. I've heard about it, I've read it in magazines. Basically what the bottom edge set is, it's a set that you put up under a bank. Oh, you know, bottom edge. Basically you want to look for good undercut banks, which this is actually the perfect scenario right here. I've got a nice undercut bank, pretty much the size of my conibear. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this guy right up under the bank here, nice and tight so she's hugging, and I'm going to stake her down, because mink and muskrats will travel under this bank and you won't even see them. They'll just be traveling under there. It's a way to stay safe. Now this Beaver Lodge right here, folks, is actually where I caught my second biggest beaver. It was 46 pounds, I think. And I can tell by the hole that there's still beavers using it. So the den hole is right in front of me. Yep, for this one, I'm gonna have to use some of the beaver sticks here. All right, we got another good good hole right here for the colony. They got a really nice channel coming in and out of there. I'm just gonna set that right there. This is an easier one. It ain't super deep like those others. Come on. Yep, should be some critters in there tomorrow. I seen another hole up here. Oh boy, that's a good one. All right guys, I moved that colony set because that is a much more deserving hole. I'm sure that hole is full of rats. I wouldn't doubt if we got 2 or 3 tomorrow in that trap. That's gonna be epic. Gonna be a good day. Here's another really good one, guys, for colony trap, but I don't have any more, so I'm gonna have to put a couple 110s here. It's definitely too good for one trap. Okay, there's one there. I'm gonna put another one probably right in this little trail here. You see, sometimes they go right in it. Here. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Should have some rats tomorrow, guys.
LT Outdoors has been brought to you by RBM Jigs and Lake Effect Lure Co. Everything for the serious ice fisherman. Sportsman's Connection, mapping the outdoors since 1992. Wellman's Bait and Tackle, check them out in Oscoda, Michigan. Cowboy Coffee Chew, a cup in a pinch. Crooked Bend, the leader for food plot mixes here in Michigan. LS Custom Game Calls, check them out for incredible game calls. They have waterfowl and much more. And Shelly's Shirt Shack, where all the LT Outdoors merchandise is made.
There's something you don't see every day.